to Florida Gators that played awfully hard today. Congratulations to Will Muschamp. I thought they did a good job, really good job. Our football team, I thought we had great effort. I thought we fought like hell, and I can tell you that again, we're in position to make some. The opportunities that we would have had we kept possession on the Odell Beckham reception. Certainly could have made a difference in the game. But that being said, certainly we'll make corrections and understand where we're at. And I think our football team's sick, and they're sick with the knowledge that they could have played better. So, questions?
Coach, the play towards the end of the first half, you called back-to-back timeouts to set up that offensive play.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. We had our headphones malfunctioned, and we had a difficult time hearing and communicating on the sideline. I'm talking about it was an electric issue, so we're going to have to fix that.
Speaking of fixing, how do you fix the offense? What do you do to get it?
Well, the real interesting thing is we probably throw it better than we show it, and we certainly run it better than we show it. So there's we need to execute, and that's it. We lost Wilford, second series, I think, and we put another guy in there that's it's not necessarily taking all the reps. So and that's not really the reason. I think he played pretty well, but I just how do we fix it? We go back and work hard at it, and again we talk about the things that we've always stressed. It's not like it's brand new. We're just going to kind of work hard and get better.
The play with McGee at the end of the half, was that setting up to be a jump pass? Is that what was?
Yeah, that was a little something that we wanted to get done. So.
Do you think Kevin Bennett did that, Coach?
I think Kevin Bennett plays butt off. I think he's given us great leadership, and he's a captain of our team. He's really exactly what you'd want from college football.
Les, did you find Florida a lot more physical on the line of scrimmage than they were last year, last 2 years maybe? Did you see a difference there?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to check the film, but I felt like they were a physical group last year. I mean, I don't think that there was any issues there. I think they ran the football, had a concerted effort to run the football today, and certainly made a difference.
Les, we've only scored one touchdown in the last 12 SEC quarters. At what point do you start to worry about doubt and I guess a lack of confidence seeping into the offensive areas?
Well, I don't think there's any. I think we understand the things that we didn't do today. I mean, it's not like there's a. They're very definable. It's not like there's something that's we got to go do this. No, it's just exactly how we've been coaching it, and it's just exactly how we need to operate it. And it's mistakes that are being made.
Coach, with Mike Gillislee running for 146 yards, can you just talk about what you think about him as a running back player?
I think he's a real quality player. I watched him run hard before we played him, and realized that he was that kind of guy. I think he carried the ball 34 times. All right. Again, that's well done.
Was the headphone problem throughout the first half of the game, or just there at the end of the first half?
No, really, for the first half of the game, and but again, I don't know if that made a hell of a difference.
Coach, they held the ball 20 minutes of the 30 in the second half. How much was the fatigue a factor in that second half?
Well, it appeared to me that we lost some guys, some snaps to do cramping, and but I don't know that I don't know how much of it was fatigue, to be honest.
Did you notice the defense when Minner went out, a difference? Florida was driving on that drive.
I did not notice the difference, to be honest with you. But again, we want Minner in the game. He's a team leader. He's just what we want.
Is there something Florida did to adjust defensively after your first series and move the ball well and then?
Yeah, you know what's interesting? We start awfully fast to not have as productive drives thereafter. To be honest with you, I'm gonna look at this film. I think the open week certainly benefited Florida. I think they did a really fine job in preparation.
Let's,
Um,
oh, I'm sorry.
But, you know, I don't know much more than that, to be honest with you.
Let's look like you had a lot of the same mistakes too. I mean, what about that though?
2 turnovers, if I can avoid 2 turnovers, I surely would like to change my chances at a different score. But, you know, that's the game. You know, you can't do that. You gotta put that ball away, and you gotta make sure you throw it where it's supposed to.
Let's put it, I hate to hop on, with an offensive struggle just to get the right itself and get into the end zone. The first and goal in the 7th quarter, and to not get 7 out of that, it's obviously a big play in the game. Let's talk about the difficulties there, not getting what you want after 7.
Well, you know, I think we could have just as easily, you know, run it in there from that point. But, you know, there were some other calls, and certainly I was for those calls. So, you know, that happens.
Les, you went, I think, 7 series without a first down besides the ones you got by penalty. Talk about not being able to stay in the field.
Yeah, I want to know something. There were 2 really quality defenses out there today. And if you look at the stats, there can't be, you know, it can't be too much that this offense wants to, you know, say we did well today. Okay, but you know, that's the mark of one of these kind of games. You know, it's a dogfight, and you know, some quality players on their side too.
Les, why do you think the drop passes seem to keep happening?
You know, honestly, I don't know. To be honest with you, if anybody knows, I'd be for it. So.
Coach, your guys haven't had to play a game coming off of a loss in a long time. What challenges does that present to you this week?
Well, the good news is we have a good football team, and our guys recognize that, and they recognize that, you know, frankly, there's certainly a lot, you know, we can accomplish as a team. I can't imagine that there will not be a group of men that are a little bit happy with themselves and kind of looking forward to practicing and preparing. Yeah, that's what we need. So we come to work on Monday with an attitude of, you know, let's improve. I'll be satisfied.
Do you think their punter was a pretty good weapon? He kind of backed you guys up in a lot of spots.
Sure did affect the field position. I'm very fortunate that we had Wayne that could, you know, battle in there. But we were always coming off on the goal line, it appeared, from majority of the game.
Unless you've had a number of those personal foul penalties this year, how do you walk that fine line with your kids in an emotional game and trying?
Yeah, there's some of those that I'm going to take because of great effort and energy and hustle, and I'm going to have to see the block in the back on the punt return late in the game. I'd have a difficult time, you know, saying I saw it cleanly, you know, so I kind of hold. I think there's a point in time where there's that fine line where you're flying down the field and working hard to be still in control, still, you know, within your assignment, and you know, sometimes it's you know, if he falls on that side, it's called. If he falls on this side, it's not. So it's something that we have to look at, and we have to coach aggressively. I can tell you that I did not, I didn't see personal fouls. And the one on the other bench in the sideline, I'd have to see that one. I look forward to looking at that one. I didn't see it. So, but you know, some of those things are forced by speed and effort and energy in the game. And sometimes you have to take those. The ones that I'm going to be unhappy with was the poor alignment. It cost us a 5-yard penalty when we have a 20-yard gain. So those kind of things are the things that drive me crazy.
Les, how do you think Medberger played, and what did you think of the pass protection? You had a patched up offensive line, you lost both.
Well, I think that there was some. I think first of all, I think Mettenberger -1 throw, you know, played pretty well, and I think he managed the situation better. I think he's becoming a little bit more conscious of what we need to be aware of in the pocket. But, you know, again, I think he can make throws, and you know, we have to make sure that we're managing him well. So.
And the
Okay,
offensive
last one,
line,
Glenn.
the pass protection on the offensive line.
Yeah, I saw at least two that were absolute, mistakes, and that, our guys certainly, the one, it'll be interesting when I see the film. I think we protect better than we did today, certainly.
Let's go.